Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I want to tell a story time for this week's YouTube video, and this is gonna be like very unhinged of me because this just happened and I just like need to let it out, and I'm just gonna let every single fucking thing that I'm feeling about this situation out because I was texting, and I always say I was texting Nicole, but I was texting, that's my bitch, that's my best friend. I was texting her and I was like, I cannot believe this situation like just happened, okay? A month ago. Set the scene. A month ago, I was on Hinge in LA. I've now deleted Hinge because I realized like I deserve better in my life. Like I don't need to be verbally attacked or like attacked by Hinge every day with like the matches they should. Like I'd rather, right, okay. So I was in LA and moving to LA, surprise, but my Hinge is always set to LA Hinge. So it's like I'm matching with guys that are in LA. I matched with this one guy. We're gonna call him Jared, just cause Jared, we're gonna call him Jared. And Jared and I, we match. Immediately we like click, we start talking, okay? Jared and I have been talking for like a fat ass minute. Like we have been communicating so much after we match kind of thing. Over the last month, Jared and I are like getting closer and closer. Okay, and this is where like things get fucked up because like you guys know Sweet Green was in my past and like I definitely hooking up with Sweet Green. So I would be like hooking up with Sweet Green and like my phone would be up like the, oh my god, and this is criminal of me, and like literally I understand I like genuinely look like a giant fucking whore right here. I just had a whore moment. Like I had a whore week of my life. It was just like a quick little week where I was feeling like a whore, okay? And that's how Sweet Green entered my life. Sweet Green is now long gone, dead to me. I literally actually look back on that era and I'm like, that was so fucking dumb, Livy. Like why did you do that? Little backstory on who Sweet Green is. He was a man who has been like pursuing me for a while. I think he manifested me because I had dreams about him kind of thing. Went on a date with him, whatever, and then I was like, oh, we're gonna do casual. We did casual for quite literally 2 days. I was genuinely to him, I'm not gonna lie, and it just like didn't work out in the sense because he came and laid in my bed and was like, are you gonna cook me dinner, bitch? And I was like, you can die. Anyways, and I knew I wasn't gonna see anything with him long-term kind of thing. So I was like, why am I keeping Sweet Green around? Like, why am I doing this to one, only me, and two, Sweet Green? Like, and we're not nice to each other. Like, it was just like a weak moment. Like I said, it was like 50% off my standards that week and that week only, and I'll never go back. And I just had one little slip up, okay, whatever. But like Sweet Green would be like hooking up. I'm like trying not to be too vulgar, hooking up, and I get a text from Jared and I'd be like, flip it down kind of thing. Like Jared and I were communicating and like throw out the hoes, because normally if I find one hoe that I fixate on, I guess I just like didn't fuck with Sweet Green that hard, but if I find a hoe that I like fixate on, I really like stick with them, and I'm just like, oh, like I kind of drop the other ones go off into a distance. But like Jared was my constant. Like Jared and I were like always speaking, always communicating, always talking. I would say 2 weeks ago is when Jared and I FaceTime for the first time, and Jared always within this month, like I was texting Jared when I was in fucking Italy and like Paris. Like we were talking when I was abroad, you know what I mean? Like, and you're probably like, okay, what? Like that's not that big of a deal. For me it is. Like I'm not just gonna be texting any other motherfucker. Okay, maybe I would. Any other man when I'm just like, okay, actually I would. I was trying to get across the point that like I was starting to like Jared. And you guys know I'm just like an ice cold hearted cunt. I'm not gonna lie. I am an ice cold hearted cunt, okay? I can be that way. But I'm also like a sensitive ass bitch at the same time. Like I'm super loving. Jared and I, we started like, we were FaceTiming and I was like, oh wait, like I'm low key catching a vibe with Jared. And I would say last week specifically, Jared and I realized Jared is not a loser. I have a thing, I do this thing with any man I speak to. I'm like, wait a minute, they're a loser. Like they're such a loser. And I don't know, I just like go through and I like give myself reasons to get the ick from them so severely. But then I deep dived on it with Nicole, and Nicole was like, wait, Livy, like he's not a loser. And I was like, Jared's not a loser. And I was always interested in Jared. I knew when I would be like going back to LA, I would like see him. If he like made the plan to see me, I would see Jared. The past week we were getting 1 times closer than we had like ever been, okay? Some things you need to know about Jared. Jared did not know I had a TikTok. He just thought I did like, I honestly think he was like stupid. Like I think he just thought I did like YouTube full time, which I do YouTube full time, but like TikTok is my main platform. I do say crazy things on TikTok. I do say absurd things. I talk about my hoes. I'm very open and honest with you guys. Clearly I'm bringing that energy here. I'm not ever hiding TikTok, but like it's been an issue in my dating life in the past where like these men are like, your TikToks are making me insecure, and it's like, okay, like grow some balls, bitch. Like, this is my job. Do you not want me to pay rent, babe? Like, do you not want me to pay rent? And if you're so worried about my hoes, wife me up. okay? Wife me up. Wife it. So I'm just giving you guys that little side of the story because I'm like, okay, maybe this might have been the reason why, but like Jared and I were FaceTiming every night for like an hour or so, talking every day. He made me feel like I could be very soft. Like I'm very strong in my masculine energy. Like I said, I'm a cold-hearted cunt, okay? I could be like so strong in my masculine and things like that. And Jared made me feel like I could be like a little bit soft and be like I want to cuddle you. Ew! I hate even admitting that online, whatever. Where I was like, oh, like Jared feels like a man. Like I like this feeling. Like this is like a good feeling. So we're FaceTiming, we're getting closer, we're texting every day. I have a date with him this Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. I leave for LA Wednesday. Thursday, Jared and I have a date. Jared's like, oh my God, like I'm so excited planning this. Like it's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be all these things. Like it's our first date. Like I'm so excited. I'm like, thanks, babe. Like, thank you, Jared. I was telling Nicole, I was like, I think he thinks first dates are supposed to be surprises and I'm just gonna run with that, okay? Let the man think whatever the fuck the man wants to think. I'm like, okay, yeah, like supposed to be a surprise. He was like, it's a surprise. I'm like, fine, whatever, right? First day is when I noticed Jared's energy being like a little bit weird. Like normally he texts me really quick and stuff and he's like all these things, and then it got really strange when I was like, hey, like do you want to FaceTime later tonight? And mind you, this dumb fuck is in California, okay? Okay, let me not call him a dumb fuck. This man is in California, and so since he's in California, we have a 3-hour time difference. I'm in New York City right now, so if I'm like, hey, want to FaceTime later tonight? That's 10 p.m. my time. That's 7 p.m. your time, okay? I'm gonna read you the receipts and everything. I'm gonna go balls to the walls with this story time. Jared is like, like I'm actually like so tired. I'm gonna head to bed early. I have to wake up early. And I'm like, okay, like that's fine. Immediately my spidey senses are tingling and I'm like, I don't know, something feels weird about this. Like something's a little bit off. Everyone's like, no, you're crazy, like you're being like insane. And I'm like, you know when you just know, like you know when your intuition's like, Livy bitch, something's off. Like I don't know what it is. Like I just sense something's off. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna read too much into it because like I do have a tendency to overthink and shit like that. So I'm just like not gonna do that. But I did. But to be honest, like I did overthink. I completely did. And I was like, okay, whatever. The next day, I'm the last to text. I'm like, okay, like I feel that. Jared doesn't text me all day. And like the thing is, you're like, Liv, you could text him. I'm like, no, I know I could text him. But like, I wanted to see him put in some effort. I wanted him to be like, text me kind of thing. Cause like I was already, my intuition was screaming at me. Like I was already like, kind of like, wait, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, weird vibes. I don't love this. I'm gonna see like, if he's not interested, then like he's not interested kind of thing. So weird because it's like we've been FaceTiming, we've been talking all the time. Like normally I would wake up to a good morning text from Jared. I don't get my good morning text. This man doesn't text me at all, actually. That man does not text me all day. My toxic trait, I've always said this, is like if I don't hear from somebody or if I don't have like communication with somebody, I'll genuinely forget about you, love. Like I'll genuinely fucking forget about you. And it's like toxic, I get it, whatever. That's just how my brain, my mind is like so many different places every single day. If I'm not constantly hearing from someone, I'll genuinely forget until I lay down and be like, wait, I haven't heard from Jared. At this point, my friend comes over. She's styling me for Halloween, so she's helping me with Halloween costumes. And I'm like, okay, tell me if you think this is fucking weird. And I like explain it to her, and she's like, no, like I don't think it's weird. I just like think he's like tired and stuff. Like, has he talked to you today? And I'm like, no. Jared has not reached out to me today. And I'm like, that is so bizarre. And I'm like, I'm not gonna reach out to him because I was like busy. I'm planning fucking Halloween costumes. I'm over here trying to be like, how can I be like Snow White? Kind of like, I'm just not fucking thinking about Jared, whatever. Later that night, I text him and I'm like, oh, like, sad I didn't hear from you today kind of thing. Like, weird. I feel like when you're like growing a connection with somebody, also you guys, he was so, oh my gosh, like I just have a good feeling about us. Like I just have like a good feeling, all these things. It was always on my dick. Like I'm not gonna lie, this man was on my dick. Like he was just like, I have a good feeling about us. Like I'm so excited to see you, so excited for your date. So to like pull all of that back, like this man would like send me photos of you, like you're just like a gorgeous queen, like oh my gosh, whatever. And it was like on the verge of love bombing, but it was like not love bombing, but it was like kind of love bombing. We were like getting close. We have a date Thursday. We have a fucking date, okay? This man is like, yeah, sad I didn't hear from you either. I'm like, oh yeah, I just like, why didn't I hear from you? And he's like, why didn't I hear from you? Immediately on the defense. I'm like, okay, you're being a little bit of an asshole, but like whatever. And I was like, oh, I was the last to text, so like I just didn't respond. And he was like, I didn't know there was rules about who's texting who first. I said, oh, you want to be a asshole? You want to be a asshole? Well, I'm not the one to be a asshole. asshole with, babe. And I'm like, no, there's not. But like, if I don't feel like my energy is being reciprocated, like I really don't want anything to like, I won't really reach out to that person. I don't want to feel like an inconvenience in any way. Like I would like my energy match. She was like, yeah, I get that. I just don't like constant communication. Like I don't think that's a thing. I said, are you stupid? The past month, all I have gotten from this man is constant communication. So what do you mean you don't like constant communication? All you've done this past month is constant fucking communication. This man would text me, it'd be like 3 p.m. He'd be like, what are you doing? Do you want to FaceTime? Babe, I'm working. This man was on my dick and then was like, but I don't like constant communication. I said, something happened. Something happened, love, something happened. I was like, yeah, but like I appreciate communication. He was like, I would understand that if we're dating, we're not dating. I said, I don't give a fuck if I'm dating you, bitch. I didn't say that to him. It was just so weird for me to like see the switch up of him be like, wait a damn minute. I'm getting constant communication every day. I'm getting good morning hard eyes kind of thing. I'm getting updates on what he's doing during the day. I'm getting nightly 2-hour FaceTime calls. I have a surprise date fucking Thursday, bitch. I don't really even communicate that much. I don't even like communicating like that. Suck my dick, you're lying. Something's up. Like, I just like wish men weren't bitches and could just be like, oh, like this is up. Like this is what happened. Like whatever. This man. So I send this man a long text and I'm just like, at first I just like hearted his message and I was like, I literally don't care. Like this is so annoying. I like sent a text that was like, regardless if we're like dating or not, communication is important. It's the bare fucking minimum, you dumb bitch. At any point of the relationship, no matter whatsoever. I didn't switch up, you did. I was just like, the respect. If you can't give me the respect of basic communication, I'm not interested, right? Which was like a big deal for me to be like, oh, I'm not interested. This man is planning dates for me. This man is doing all these things. This man is like, I have a good feeling about us. This man doesn't respond. Not only does this man not respond, this man posts a story of him hiking, an Instagram story of him hiking. So not only are you gonna disrespect me by not responding, you're gonna post a video of you hiking. I saw that video of him hiking. I texted Nicole, I said, this man doesn't give a fuck about me. Like, not one single fuck is given about me. Because this man never posts. Like, this man never posts. And like, then you're like posting a video of you hiking. It's just like an extra fuck you. Like, oh, I saw your text, bitch. And I'm not responding. He's viewing my Instagram stories. He's doing all those things. Like, he saw my text and was like, I'm not gonna answer this bitch. I don't give a fuck about this bitch. Babe, that's totally fine. But like, communicate to me as like, what? Like, don't forget about me. Like, what? Like, we have a date Thursday. I'm FaceTiming Nicole last night and she's like, so I'm guessing you're free Thursday. I said, I'm so free Thursday. Because the thing is, it's like, I'm just confused. I guess like my story time about this whole thing is like, I'm just confused and it's just so fucking weird. I've had a lot of weird ass men in my life. You guys, if you don't know that, go watch my TikToks. I've had a lot of weird fuckers. This might be the weirdest fucker I've dealt with. Switch up is insane. And the thing is, it's like, if you saw something, like I was like, oh, maybe he discovered my TikTok page. It's like, I get that my TikTok page can make a man feel insecure. I take a lot of pride and joy in that. So if that is how you feel, come to me and talk about it. And I'll tell you like, hey, yeah, like I say these crazy things on the internet, but I'm not like that 24/7. Like I'm not, I don't think 24/7 I could be like, fuck the hoes. But Nicole says I do that. So it's like, but not to their face. You know what I mean? Like I have boundaries kind of thing. And it's like, whatever. But like, fuck these hoes. What happened? Like, just communicate it. If you're insecure about my TikToks, communicate it. Like, because that does happen a lot where like these men turn into fuckboys for me because it's like they watch a TikTok about me being like, fuck this hoe, and they think I'm gonna make TikToks about them. And it's like, I probably won't unless you do weird shit like Jared, and I will. And I will. Okay, whatever. My neighbors like actually have to hate me because I like scream 24/7. But yeah, like I just want to tell you guys that little story time that this man not only just like kind of like low-key love bombed me and then like weirdly ghosted me and then like is like viewing my Instagram stories and then, oh, posted a Pinterest quote to his Instagram story. I said, okay, so this is a man I don't want to be with in general, because if you have the time and energy to post a Pinterest quote and not text me back, you can fuck off respectfully. A Pinterest quote, bitch. Be so for real with yourself. It's my little story time. Nicole was like, either he has a girlfriend, he's a massive dick, or just like he saw your TikTok, because like this switch up like that is uncanny. Like that is unreal for somebody to switch up in such an insane sense. And it's like, It really is. It kind of like made me a little bit sad because it was like, oh wait, like I actually had like a connection with this guy. I was like really vibing with him. Like I was gonna go on a date with him. Like I was going to do that, and I don't do that easily. I don't just like go on dates easily. Maybe I fucking do. Maybe I'm lying to myself. Anyways, so it was like, oh, that's kind of sad. But now I'm just like, this is so weird. Like this is so weird. All right, that's it for this week's video. I'll keep you guys updated, but like follow me on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere at SheIsLivy. Love you guys. Am I the only one that thinks this is fucking weird? Like this is just bizarre. So Jared's canceled, and that's all I know.